Hey everyone, welcome to more Mechabellum. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So today this is actually the day that it has gone into 1.0, so we're no longer in an early access here. So this is the full release of the game. So I'm just going to play around playing against the AI here a bit. So yeah, I noticed looking at it that they've added for almost every different unit, there are additional unlocks now. So a lot of things that'll help you kind of change what your mech will do as far as what they'll do on the battlefield. But you do need those points to unlock them. So it's kind of a way to kind of grind forward for what you want for that stuff. But there's a lot of different ones available. So at least one on almost all of the ones I've checked. There are a couple that didn't look they got anything additional, but a lot of them, say like the tarantula, which I felt was pretty iffy, got quite a few. Go down here. So there's an extra armor upgrade. There's anti-aircraft ammunition, which makes this unit actually able to attack aerial units, which is really powerful. High explosive ammo, splash damage, so you can potentially combine those, take out swarm stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff here as far as upgrades go. So we're just going to jump in and do a little match here against the AI. Things look a little different here. I think they're really pushing for people to fight each other, but typically I just want to play against the AI. I might try playing as other people at some point, see how it goes. I've tried survival mode a bit. It was pretty rough. So we'll go with practice mode. We'll go on, let's see, do forest eye. We'll do a normal enemy here and see what we've got. Got some nice art here popping in. Excellent. Very cool. Hopefully they have a lot of cool art and stuff that they've added. I'm not sure how things look as far as when you fight an opponent. I'm sure the timer is a bit more restrictive. Not sure how restrictive. I typically like to have my time playing against the AI, against an opponent. A human opponent, I'm sure it's going to be pretty limited, although hopefully not insanely so, where you feel constantly rushed. So that would be something that would kind of bug me personally, but it depends on your personal preference. Supposedly there were some changes to at least one of the maps. I'm not sure if all of them. And I think there were some new. Oh, we've got crappy AI art. It looks like. Hopefully, it's not AI art. Um, this looks very AI art-y. I think the other ones, if they weren't AI art, were better, honestly. All right, what do we have for choices? So we have Quick Supply Specialist, so an extra 200 supplies to start with. Sabertooth Specialist, so we get a rank 1 Sabertooth on round 2, so that's one of the big heavy tanks. Marksman, we get a rank 3 marksman for free on round 2, and a giant specialist. Giant specialist is very, very good. I think I'm going to take the Sabertooth specialist, although I think I've taken this before. The starting units are not great with the artillery. I just feel like the artillery, especially early on, because of the distance the shots have to take, they're often landing behind the targets. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take it. We'll see what we get. Map is all screwy here. Where the heck are we even at? What is even going on here, my friend? With the map being super goofy. All right. Yeah, I don't think this one has changed any on the map. It's looking, I don't know, something just looks weird about it. I think it's just because of the angle I'm at. Okay, so my opponent has marksman and mustangs, so decent anti-air capacity there. We will have a big tank here shortly. I am starting with artillery and stuff. I think what we might want to do, because he's got a lot of long-range stuff, we could play the long-range game as well and add some marksman ourselves. That's a decent option. I don't think much outshoots the marksman to start with. So yeah, let's do that, and we'll grab a couple marksmen as well. Hopefully they'll be focusing most of their attention on my fangs, and then we can try to pick them off. So we're going to throw artillery. Go back straight across. Same kind of thing over here. Just dump you sort of inside a little bit. So we want fangs and then some marksmen behind. The fangs are probably going to get chewed up pretty badly. I'm going to deploy them back a little bit so we can maybe deploy some other stuff farther up later. We'll have a little screen of them. I'll throw one marksman on each side, even though we have less fangs over here, just in case. So we'll do the same, leave a bit of space up front. Put a marksman behind on the inside. And you can always do the recommended formation stuff. Let's see what we got here. Okay, it's being a bit jerky as I move the camera around. Hopefully that resolves itself. Yeah. Take your shots at the Fang. My marksman, unfortunately, is going to shoot it at those guys. Artillery, maybe going to help us out here. And we just got slaughtered. Did do a lot of damage to the hover tanks. But now they're coming in on me. And over here, actually we have one over on this side. I'm not sure what he deployed. We're going to have a couple Fangs left charging in on the tower. So taking out the tower is going to help. Actually, we did all right here. Somehow managed to swing that. The artillery must have pulled through for me somehow. Not a lot of guys survived because we don't have a lot to deploy in the first place, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. All right, so at this point, we can take Farseer. So the Farseer has some interesting upgrades. Lets you like have extra range and that kind of stuff, take out missiles. Not a bad unit. A Rhino, it's a rank 2. Rhino is okay early on, later not that great. One squad of rank 2 Fire Badgers is okay. They're higher level, they're anti-swarm, but I don't think that's going to do that good for me. And 3 squads of rank 1 crawlers. He's got a lot of marksmen, which are going to do damage. We can also pick up some of their stuff. Give me the Farseer. And then, so it looks like I did get the tank. So the Sabertooth, as far as upgrades go, we've got a potential double shot. Missile Interceptor, that's kind of weird. Field Maintenance, so increased HP and then restores HP upon being damaged. Extra range. Ground attack only. It's a nice big heavy tank. So what do you have over here? Just a marksman, and you've got hover guys in the back, it looks like. So just because they were deployed pretty far back, weren't that effective. I wouldn't mind getting... So increased range of allied units with 100 meters by 10. So it's just a flat increased range, which is really, really nice. I think we'll have to do that later, though. So I'm going to go ahead and add you out here to help out. I'm going to add you here to help out. Actually, I might even push you forward, but I'm not sure how bad. Like, we want the swarm guys to take the marksman shots, so we'll try to rely on that a little bit. Then let's go with some more fangs, another marksman, and I'm going to give the HP bonus to all of my units for the last 100 points. So I'm playing it a bit safe here. I just kind of want to even things out so we have a good swarm. We've got marksmen to back it up on both sides. We're giving quite a bit of extra force here with the big heavy tank and the Farseer. So I'm hoping that will be enough. Added a bunch of crawlers, so he went for the crawler swarm, it looks like. They're going to cause me some trouble unless my artillery can hit them, but they're generally pretty quick. You can see quite a few survive getting through there. Farseer just got wiped out. My front guy's getting trashed. Artillery is still alive, so maybe they can take these guys out while they stop. Wasted a lot of shots there. Did some damage, not fantastic. They're pushing through on this side as well. Yeah, we're toast. Not a lot left though, so just a little bit of a hit to my overall HP, although I am a bit behind. He's at 4738, which is quite high. Okay, what do we want? Portable shield is good for large units. We've got an orbital bombardment as well, which is quite nice. I don't know that I'm going to grab anything big at this point. I maybe could. We could unlock something. I couldn't get something as well. But the shields don't always come up. I'm going to grab one now so I can have it later. None of my guys have level ups. So, what are we going to do? With my artillery, the electromagnetic will slow them down. Go with more range. Range is tempting. We could also upgrade the Farseer here so that everybody has range. There's also the photon emission, which is actually pretty good. So we get photon emission on everybody to start with. That's something maybe later. The range is very tempting. Although it does burn a lot of my points. I'm going to go ahead and do it. It's probably not the right call. And I'm going to add another Sabertooth. Though I don't know how well they're going to do. Like, I don't know if these attacks actually have like a small area of effect because of all the crawlers that are out here. But if we can keep the crawlers busy and kill them with my artillery, we might be alright. I'm going to put you over on this side as well. Just to really push on this flank. Oh, actually, these guys leveled up my artillery there. I didn't even see it until we moved the map a little bit. Okay. Got some level ups there. We went for a Rhino. That's going to be a bit of a problem. We're going to waste a lot of shots here. Unfortunate. Over on this side is where I have most of my hopes. Marksmen are causing me a lot of trouble. My artillery's pretty ineffective, it seems like, over on this side. Over here, we're losing the fight. Yep, tanks are down. So we got the last hover tank there. There's a marksman. The spread on the artillery is partially what does it. Alright, we got a lot of them. I went for some tanks there, it looks like. We have a few upgrades we could take. Maybe try to upgrade something as well. Immediately recruit a rank 3 Tarantula. That's definitely tempting. Summoning an Overlord on a 3-turn cooldown is also pretty darn good. I think for what's out here, this is probably better. This I've got to pay for. Let's get the mobilized battleship, because there's a lot of things here, like the crawlers and stuff, that we could maybe mess with. Like the Rhino and stuff up front, potentially. Okay. We upgrade you guys. I'd like to start working on a giant unit of one kind or another. And I love the melting points. So we'll get one of those ready to go. Not able to deploy at the moment. We'll bring in the Overlord. The 300 points. Let me go ahead and get an attack bonus. It's very cheap. Second level is 300. It's a bit pricey. Go ahead and get a promotion because that's fairly cheap, and I can still get a unit and a shield. Or no, a sentry missile. Yeah, let's get a unit and a sentry missile. I think because of all the swarm crap that's out here, I'll actually take Fangs, and maybe we can get a shield upgrade for them. I think that would be generally helpful. Put you out here to just be a bit more of a distraction. We'll go sentry missile to deal with the crawlers in that general vicinity. And I'm going to summon my battleship. I think I'll actually deploy it a little back. Maybe go after the Rhino. Yeah, let's just sort of meet the Rhino with my battleship. We'll kind of go with that. So next time we want to prioritize getting the melting point. We'll put the shield on it and we'll go from there. Oh, we've got a big attack coming in. That's going to hurt. Artillery did barely survive that first strike. And then they immediately got wrecked by the second. So things are going to go bad over there. The Overlord is definitely helping out. Still a lot of swarming stuff here to deal with. Oh, we somehow actually survived on the left. I thought for sure these guys were doomed. Wow, okay. I don't know what happened, considering we had that artillery strike hit us. And the fighting is still going on the right flank, but we are carrying the day, mainly because of the Overlord. Okay. Get things a little bit more even. Advanced shield increases the shield of the energy shield devices, so it's just stronger. That's pretty good. Nano repair kit's pretty good. Electromagnetic blast, orbital javelin, both interesting. I could do this and just throw a bunch of shields out there. That's pretty decent. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're still gonna get the melting point. Gonna throw the portable shield on it. We'll upgrade where we can. Although, like I said, it would be nice to get the shields on these guys, but that's pretty pricey. You know what? Let's do it. Just to kind of have it done, and we can do the promotions next time. Got to focus on that. I do have some promotions I could do right now. How much is it to promote you guys? It's 100. 50 for the marksman, 50 for the fangs, 100 on the artillery. Okay. Let's promote some frontliners. We'll just throw some promotions out there. We actually held on this side somehow, and that was despite the artillery strike coming in. So I'm going to move you up out in this area. We'll have the shield coverage as well. That should give me a bit of an advantage, I hope. Just went for another rhino. That's probably like the worst idea possible. Crawlers are now going underground to advance, which is going to suck. Melting point helping with the big guys. The crawler swarm is definitely an issue. Kind of see they're causing all kinds of trouble and are wasting shots on them. Yeah, they're going to end up eating us alive here. So I'm sort of nuking them one at a time. Over on the left side, we actually kind of held. The tower getting taken out weakened us. You take more damage when the tower's been knocked out. Going down here to a massive swarm of stuff, so we need some anti-swarm. Would probably help. So yeah, that was a bit rough. What do we got? We can do some upgrades, but yeah, we want some anti-swarm if possible. Speaking of that, increased HP of everybody. That's pretty darn good. The Assault Vulcan, so extra HP and movement speed, but less range. I mean, the Vulcan might be quite good at this point for me to pick up. So we could do this and then grab a Vulcan. Yeah, I'm going to use that to try to solve my swarm problem. So give me a Vulcan. Vulcan's going to go in right behind these guys. Really want to get this upgrade here. We turn HP into, or damage done to enemies into HP for us. We'll do a little bit of promotion. Tanks got promoted. We have the shield device, so let's grab a shield as well. And I'm going to try to cover you guys to start with, so we'll do something like that to protect them initially. Probably try to deploy a couple and a couple just to cover the front line. Not doing anything crazy fancy. We do have a strike coming in. The shield's going to protect us from some of that. Okay, got through, and now it's eating everybody. With our upgraded units, we should do a little better here. So he's got a What is this one called? Takes control of enemy units. It's probably going to grab my Vulcan, and yep, he's taking control of my Vulcan. We get wrecked over on this side. Alright. So we probably want to invest in some aircraft, I think, at this point. To take out the tower, I do have some guys left. He's using my own Vulcan against me, which is complete crap. Actually shooting down my rockets as they come in. Yeah, took over my tank, now we're fighting my own tank. I don't think I've seen this much value from one of these mind control units ever before. Taking a big hit there. Ow. Okay, need to get things turned around a bit. The Vulcan did help, but not necessarily the way I needed. Okay, so we can have 3 rank 2 Fire Badgers. They're sort of anti-swarm. We can have 3 rank 1 Wraiths, so talking about aircraft. We can have 2 rank 3 Phoenixes. Also some pretty good long-range aircraft shots, and 3 rank 1 Scorpions. The Scorpions are good anti-swarm. I think we want something to take out the enemy ground targets with aircraft. So, do I want 2 rank 3 Phoenixes, or do I want 3 rank 1 Wraiths? I think for the range, we'll take the Phoenixes. And I really want to prioritize killing this thing, the Hacker, yeah. That's what we need dead. Hacker needs to die. My shield did get all eaten up there, so we'll have to worry about that later. We can do a bit more upgrades. Okay. Let's deploy. I want to prioritize this side so you can go after the Hacker. Hopefully. So what do we have for other stuff here? Got the points. We could go for the photon emission, which does help just give them some protection. It's pretty pricey, though. Decreasing damage by 30% for 20 seconds, grants immunity to electromagnetic ignited acid and degeneration beam effects. It's good. It's definitely good. Okay, I want you promoted. I'd like you promoted as well. Can go with some extra range potentially. To kind of make up for my loss in range that I had. Yeah, let's do that. Grab another Farseer to deploy on this side, so we can get that range bonus here as well. And then if I want to do the Photon next time, we can get some Photon coverage on everybody. I could just grab a couple shields here. I still have upgrades we can do. There's quite a few units that can get upgraded. Let's get the big heavy tank up. And let's grab another shield generator. I don't think the shield will cover the Hacker. But we'll see what we can do there. I really need to turn this around here. Going all in on this side. We've got a siege version of the Scorpion there. Got Scorpions over there, the siege version, so that's definitely trouble. Tanks kind of went all over the place. Flyers are still alive. Need them to hit the Hacker. I'm not even sure what they're blasting at. Probably some small local stuff. The Hacker's down, so that's good. On this left flank, we're holding. Right flank, we are advancing. Shield is now down. Tower's down. Still have my artillery alive on the left flank, but that's it. Still taking losses, but the flyers have definitely helped. Having that long range, sort of anti-heavy target damage definitely helped out. Okay, we're still a bit behind, so I definitely need to keep that in mind. Alright, what do we got? Anything interesting? A wasp swarm is not bad. We could go extra HP on somebody. But wasp swarm might be better. Give me the HP. Because I don't have anything on my Vulcan. I want to make sure we get the right unit here. That's you, right? I hope. Hope we got the right target. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get the photon emissions, which will give us a bit of survivability. Anything else? Didn't level up. Who's... Okay, the Fangs there. We've got some cheap level ups. We could level up the Fangs just to kind of help in the front line. We've got Marksman we could level up. But... I think we want to do something. Get some more aircraft. We could take some cheap aircraft just to kind of add in to the swarm. Oh crap. I'm going to deploy my Overlord here. I could just get an Overlord, honestly. Because they have a lot of things that are focused on ground targets, not really aerial targets. So we can push in a bit for a bit more air power. And then I should grab at least one shield as well. So I'm going to put you right up front. We could grab a cheap thing, grab a shield, and then do some upgrades. I think that's probably what we want to do. Before I forget, I'm going to send my battleship out as well. I'm just going to deploy kind of in there. We'll go after these guys. So if I want anything cheap, I think we just stick to the 100-point stuff. But then again, if we upgrade guys, it's basically like getting a unit anyway. So maybe I just prioritize upgrades. Since we can do quite a few. It's very cheap. Basically doubles their attack and their health. So I feel like it's worth it. Grab you. Grab a single shield. And I'll put that over here as well. Okay. Hopefully that will work. Okay, I've got the photon emissions coming in. That'll reduce the amount of damage that I take. We've got some aerial attacks here. We might want to get some additional stuff to deal with the ground targets, so the ground artillery maybe, something like that. See, my overlords are causing a bunch of problems. I think we might want to double down on overlords here. Holding our own pretty much everywhere. Towers down, yeah, doing quite well now. Alright. I think the added additional aerial firepower definitely helped, but the Vulcan being able to kill a lot of that swarm stuff off has helped us pretty massively as well. I think we'll have another round here. Okay, we do not. That's it. Excellent. Bot is down. All right, so I would play before, playing bot matches would get you towards getting more of the points you need to unlock skills. It seems like that is not the case anymore because I'm not actually. There was like a little circle here that you get progress on, and when it got to a certain point, you'd get another point. So maybe they have changed that for the 1.0 release, and you need to play other people. I feel like that's not necessarily the greatest because some people just aren't going to want to bother with playing as other people. Um, yeah, I mean, I feel like grinding out those abilities to unlock the different skills, like grinding the points to unlock those abilities and skills, is the kind of the way to go. Disappointing that they're taking that away, though. Well, just a bit of a look at the 1.0 of Mechabellum. So definitely some interesting stuff. A lot more upgrades and options for things, but if they're going to restrict what you can take, that's kind of a bit of a downer. I didn't even realize he had an overlord there. He must have gotten killed quite quickly. Yeah, interesting. So a pretty good, tough fight for us, but things went fairly well. This has been Mechabellum. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.